Let's clear up something right away. Trying to manage time is a misnomer. You can't manage time. There's no Star Trek technology available, at least known to me, that lets us slow it down, stretch out time, store it for later. Time moves, always has, always will. So what can you manage? You can manage your habits, your decisions, your defaults. Because what you're going to learn today are five practical tactics that allow me most weeks to finish with a clean desk and around 90% of my key tasks completed. Now, it's not because I work harder, it's because I work differently. I've been working with leaders of small, medium-sized businesses now for nearly 20 years. I've met some of the most effective people you can imagine. They are calm, they are focused, they are productive, they are profitable. Together with Shari Wright Pilo, we founded the 172 Group to support this very community of SME owners who are decent, hardworking, capable people, but and here's the honest truth, most of them are operating far, far below their true potential. Not because they're lazy or anything like that. It's because they're overloaded, they're distracted, they're stuck in habits that no longer serve them. And that's what we're going to unpack today. Something many people forget. We have exactly the same amount of time in December 2025 as we did in December 1925, the same 24 hours, the same 7 days. And yet for all our technology of today, our gadgets, our apps, our platforms, our productivity hats, many of us are chasing our tails, running flat out, getting nowhere fast. So what can you do about it? I want to give you 5 tactics. But before I do, a quick reminder. Every week, Shari and I publish 2 short videos designed specifically for people like you with businesses like yours so that you can become more effective. If you want to receive these videos in real time, no pun deliberately intended, don't forget to subscribe because this is a growing community and we look forward to you joining us. So the first tip is time allocate everything, not just work. Let me tell you a story. Years ago, I lived by lists, long lists, impressive lists, not just lists for going to the supermarket. A life coach, to cut a long story short, once looked at the list and asked me, how much do you actually get done? And my heart sunk because I realized the honest truth was about 50, 60%. He asked me if I knew why I accomplished so little, at least of what I intended to do. He said, you don't allocate time. So I bought an old-fashioned diary, pen and paper, and everything went in. Meetings, dentist appointments, even evenings out with my wife, dare I say. And each page, each date had a whole page to it. On the left-hand side, I would write my appointments. On the other side, I would write tasks, but each task had a specific time slot to phone him to write a report for her. And I realized that these tasks are actually meetings in themselves. From that moment on, once the penny had dropped, so to speak, my productivity has leapt forward. Lists show intention. That's great. Diaries create the commitment. Tip number 2. Look at your diary for tomorrow. Decide on the one leading task that you must get done. If completed, that is the thing that would move the needle. It might be something to do with your health, to do with a family, your revenue, a client deliverable. By choosing that one priority in advance, you massively increase the chance of it happening. And when the right things get done consistently, then revenues rise. Try it. Let me know what happens. Now, item number 3 is I'm asking you to show up and start. Not necessarily complete, but show up. No one said you had to finish. A few days back, I listened to a podcast with James Clear, the author of the book Atomic Habits, Highly, highly recommend it. Now, to distill a 2-hour podcast into one idea, what he was really saying is show up. Just begin. You don't have to change everything. You don't have to become perfect at once. For example, instead of arriving at work at 9:30, maybe get there at 9:15. If you want to go to the gym, just turn up at the gym. No one said you had to do a workout. Just get into the habit of going to the gym, because momentum doesn't necessarily come from motivation. It comes from motion. One step creates the next. Tip number 4 is arguably my favorite. Give up one thing a day. Now, this one can be uncomfortable, but incredibly powerful. How much time do you spend ruminating on the what ifs? What if this goes wrong? What if they say that is something that is bad? What if something fails? 99 times out of 100, those scenarios never happen. Check it for yourself. Here's the rule you're missing. If you give up one thing a day, a worry, a grudge, a silly argument in your head, then that energy can be invested elsewhere into your health, relationships, growing your business. And then you get to move forward. Tip number 5 is arguably the surprise item here, because I'm encouraging people to plan their sleep like they plan a meeting. We plan reports, we plan our family time, we plan going out, but we don't plan sleep. Now, I've spoken about this before. People know that I like 6.5 hours sleep every night. So I get to bed with phone off, lights out, so ensure that I have those 6.5 hours sleep every night, because it's not a luxury. It's a performance multiplier. What I learned a long time ago is you cannot manage time, despite that wonderful phrase, time management. But you can design your habits, make small changes, consistent actions, clear priorities, because that's how effective people operate. Now, even if one of these ideas help you reclaim your focus, energy, revenue, then this revenue has done its job. Now, I invite you to my next video, because there we're going to unpack all of this into one short message to help you launch 2026 in one short trick. Subscribe and we'll see you there. And just one thing, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever your background, enjoy your celebrations over the next few days. And please don't forget to check in on one of the neighbors or the elderly around you. See you next time.